Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Tuesday night call. We are definitely in for a treat tonight. We have a very, very special guest joining us. We have so many people that have jumped on for our call tonight, which is super exciting. So our guest tonight is the Ninja Networker, the amazing FRAZER Brooks. I know I am totally in awe. Definitely love listening to all of your videos and links that I can find. So FRAZER is a very successful entrepreneur for online business, and we would all like to say thank you so much for coming and joining us tonight, for taking the time out of your day to spend with us and helping us to build our own businesses. So we all know that you're definitely about helping network marketers be the best that they can. And to jump straight into it tonight, I'd really love to ask, what would you have to say is the key to building a business on Facebook right now?
Yeah, thank you. That was an absolutely awesome introduction. I really appreciate it. And it's great to be speaking to a bunch of Aussies, right? And New Zealand. I'm going to throw that out there because if I don't mention the New Zealanders, then I get it's really bad. And before I answer the question, that is a microphone on a camera, not any weird contraption, because I've had some strange people going, what's that in the background? Especially when that bit's covered up, because it can look a little bit dodgy, right? So just got to get that out there, right? And if I do drop the occasional swear word, I apologize. But my experience from the Aussie lot is it's okay from time to time if it's unintentionally. I don't know. I'm just going to throw that out there. So when it comes to building a business on Facebook, it's very important to not be a salesperson. There's something I like to call commission breath. So if you've ever gone to a party, a wedding, a pub, Australian, I'm pretty sure you've been to a pub, right? Or something like that. And you get into a conversation and the person you're speaking to has just got really, really bad breath. And the only thing you're thinking is, God, I gotta get away from this person. Their breath stinks. Should I tell them? Should I not? Or do I just carry on the conversation? And the funny thing is when you're talking to someone who's got really bad breath, already kind of speaking about this is very bizarre, but if you kind of like step back, they're like right in your face. They're always like speaking to you really, really, really closely. So I call it commission breath because it's very off-putting when you're always basically trying to ram a sales message down someone's throat. Okay, that might make you feel seasick if I keep doing that. Then it puts them off. However, what you need to do is you need to take some value mints. I've got a weird lisp, so it sounds like I'm saying mince meat, but I'm saying mint. A value mint, right? Pop them in there. Make your breath smell nice. Make your breath smell nicer, and people will be attracted to you. I'm not saying people are going to talk to you because your breath smells amazing, but they won't be repelled by you. And building a business on Facebook is all about creating curiosity instead of raising resistance. All right. So if someone comes in, oh, it's a pyramid scheme, it's a scam. Oh God, it's one of those things. Then you just go, okay, no worries. It's obviously not for you. It's absolutely fine. Instead of, no, it's not. No, well, do you have a job? No, they're never going to join you. Don't play the convincing game. Just go, no, that's absolutely fine. And people will actually be shocked because they'll be like, oh, okay, posture. Nice. So yeah, it's network marketing. Any business building on Facebook is all about creating curiosity instead of raising the resistance.
Yeah, that's definitely something I think we can all relate to. And that's one thing that I personally love about listening to your videos is you compare it. You always have the comparisons on something we have in our everyday lives. So that way we're not looking at network marketing as such a big, scary, completely out of the universe kind of thing, right? So going on, for many of us here do build our businesses on Facebook. So what are the current algorithms that we should be looking out for at the moment?
Can I share my screen? All right. Yeah. All right. Sweet. So the problem is the way the algorithm works is that, let's say, any dog lovers, give us a little wave if you're a dog lover, right? Any cat lovers, any more? No, okay. Some people will be like, yeah, all of it. Right, okay, right. So any Australia drinking, they kind of go matching hand in hand. Anyone like beer? Give us a wave if you like beer. And if you're more of a wine drinker, right, Facebook, and everyone does it, whether they're on the toilet, whether they're in the car waiting for their kids, whether they're on the beach, whatever. We're all scrolling away. And you see a photo of a dog and you like it, or you love it, or you wow it, or you share it, or you comment on it, or you watch the video. Facebook then goes, okay, so Fraser's just like that. So he likes dogs. Okay, he likes dogs. So let's say someone posts, one of my friends comments or likes a post of 2 levels away, post something that I relate to, and one of my friends has commented on it or liked it or engaged with it, I'm gonna see that.
Guys,
so it's
please.
Okay. So it's very, very important to keep your message very focused on 1 or 2 areas. If you talk about dogs, and then you talk about cats, and then you talk about beer, then you talk about sports, then you talk about beaches, then you talk about travel, then you talk about skincare, then you talk about weight loss, then you talk about shakes, people go, what the heck is this person all about, right? So Facebook, basically, they see your audience, you go, right, you've got 1,000 friends just for easiness. And you make a post, and it's a really cool post, and it's a selfie, and it's got your shake in it. Like, sorry, I don't know how to make attractive looking shakes, so mine are always that like dirty, purple, muddy kind of color that like most unappealing. Like, why is that healthy? Like, it absolutely stinks as well, right? And I know your guy's shake is the best one, right? So no sales pitches here, right? Okay, and the capsules and all that, right? Anyway. I'm becoming a sales rep. So what's going to happen if I make a post and it looks great and I've got 1,000 friends? If all those 1,000 friends are school friends, work colleagues, family, friends, some people in my team, some people, whatever, Facebook will only show that post to anywhere from 3 to 7%. So only 30 to 70 people are going to see that straight off out your friends list. However, the reason why I get really big engagement is you need to leverage text-only posts under 85 characters. And the reason for this is why I want to share your screen. There's twofold on this one. I'm going to kind of give you a bit of a hack on this. So you can see if you come onto my ignore this and ignore that, but come on, tick, 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 tick. Here we go. Right. So you can see here, there's when it's under 85 characters, the font is bolder. The font is bigger than the normal kind of style. You can see here, it's very, very small. It's very, very big, right? Now, because of that, Facebook go, ooh, it's clean. Ooh, it's fresh. And it doesn't take up very much of our newsfeed. So we'll put it in between some of the different posts. We'll just throw it in between. So straight away, it gets seen by more people. But if you haven't already utilized Facebook lists, there's something I want to show you now that not many people know and do that will, 1, help you be more organized, but number 2, help you get whatever you post in front of 100% of people. So not 3 to 7%, 100%. Right, so if you're on you have to set this up on a desktop or a desktop version. So use your phone or a tablet, go on Safari and go on Facebook, right? Or on a desktop. You can click here where it says friends lists. And then I think you're recording this. So if I go too fast, then you could go back because some of it's like, oh, what the hell? Create list. And I could go customers. I've just got to put a load of numbers in there. It could be like whatever. And then I'm going to add people who I think are going to be my customers. So, Melanie, my dad is going to throw him in there. Okay, so I put 3 people in the list. So the first part is I'm going to be more organized because instead of me now going on my phone and just scrolling away and trying to find the people I'm friends with, I'm going to go over to my list. So I'm going to go to customers 289 list. And only the 3 people or only the 5 people, 100 people, 200 people, however many people I'm putting in the list, only their posts are going to show. So my customers, I'm going to give some love to my customers. I'm going to see their, like, if they're talking about like loving the protein shakes or the capsules, I'm going to give love. I'm going to give love. I'm going to give love all the time. Once you've got these lists set up, and you can brainstorm, but you can have customer lists, prospect lists, potential prospect lists, influencer list, school friends list, team members list, anything. You're going to go over to your Facebook profile, right? And you're going to write anything you want. Hey, you rock. I'm just putting that like that. I would never say that in a million years, but that's what I'm putting for the example of this post. Then where it says public, you click on public, you click more, you click see all, and then you can come down and select the customer list. Now, because you've built that audience, Facebook go, well, you know who you want to see this message. You know. So we're going to show that message to every single person on that list. So I had Vincenzo, Melanie, and Simon Brooks. If I send this message right now, bang, all three of them guaranteed to see it. Guaranteed to see it. Most likely towards the top of the timeline. Now, let's say you've got 100 people, 200 people, 300 people on that list, and they all see it, and it's so relative to them because the list is made up of a certain type of people, right? They're going to like it, love it, comment on it. So what you do is, once you've had all that engagement, you go in to the settings of that post and you just change it from customers to public. Boom. And then you save it, right? Then Facebook just go, has this guy just hacked us, right? That is a way where you can completely hack Facebook, like completely hack it. Not many people know that, so I would appreciate it, although I know it's saved and it's going to get shared out to your team and that. Just keep it kind of it's one of them. Like, it's a Juice Plus only thing at the moment. Like, oh yeah, like, let's just keep it close to it. It's an Aussie and New Zealand thing, this, guys. Like, don't blast it around too much, because you got to always be different. So I know that is a proper long-winded answer to how to kind of hack the algorithm in a way, but yeah, I needed to kind of show it. It's a visual thing.
That was definitely awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. I know, watching everyone's reactions to that, everyone's going, wow, what a game changer. I cannot wait to implement this into the business, because we all struggle with getting, the posts that are targeted at, the certain groups of people, and making sure that they're seeing them. And we're not sure if they are, because they don't always like our posts. So that just completely blew my mind. Mm-hmm. So on that, and one more Facebook question in particular, do's and don'ts. What are your top do's and top don'ts?
Yeah, so I am a massive believer in, you should never, ever, 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 ever badmouth someone else. So badmouth someone else to try and gain yourself. So I have a candle, and it's not on right now because it's quite fresh here, and it doesn't, it still smells nice. But one of my favorite quotes, and the reason why I've usually burn this candle when I go live now recently, is, your flame doesn't burn brighter by trying to blow out someone else's. So if you're focused on constantly, oh yeah, but your product's crap, your product's rubbish, you need to come and see mine. Your product's got this, this, and this, and ours has got this, this, and this. Long term, it never works. So that's a massive don't. The second one is to never try and prospect or pitch or sell to someone who you don't know yet. So I'm going to tell you a story. I'll keep it as short as possible. I nearly quit in my network marketing business after probably about 4 months in. I nearly quit. And the reason was I just kept getting rejection. And my strategy, it was the best Facebook strategy. You need to pay very close attention to this. What I did is I went and found people on Facebook, and I wrote this message, and I just kept copying it and just pasted it to hundreds of people every single day. And you know what? No one joined my business. Oh, surprise, right? It doesn't work. Now, these days, if you get 2 or 3 people report you, not block you, report you in like a 24-hour window, you get thrown in Facebook jail. and it's not duplicatable. So I went into my dad and said, Dad, I'm going to quit. This ain't for me. I keep getting rejected. I'm failing. I can't do it. I mean, people can probably relate to that where you're just feeling shit. Sorry, you're just feeling rubbish about yourself. Okay, I apologize. So I went to my dad. My dad told me these 4 magical words. He said, Fraser, let's rob a bank. And I was like, keen, very keen. I was 22. I had no money. I was like, go for it. Let's do it. I'll get the balaclava. I'll get the shotgun somehow. I'm in Liverpool. Like, I could probably find something. And, I've got a few mates who'd be interested. And he's like, no, okay, we're not going to actually rob a bank. If we were to rob the bank, though, what would we need to know? And I was like, well, we need to know where the vault is, where the money is. He said, yes, but maybe there's not money. So we would need to find out if there's money in the vault, if there's diamonds in the vault, if there's gold in the vault, if there's a Ferrari, if there's a winning lottery ticket, if there's a golden ticket to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, whatever, right? So I said, yeah, good point. He said, everyone's different, so you need to blueprint people before you go in for the kill. Why would you talk to someone about a business when they're only interested in getting better health? Why would you talk to someone about better health when they're only interested in making more money? Why would you talk about someone who wants to make more money when they really just want freedom? Why would you talk to someone who wants to just make $500 a month when you're pitching them $1 million a year? So I use something called FORD. So that's FORD, which is family, occupation, recreation, dreams. If you haven't got your own family, so you feel a bit weird, like, hey, how many kids have you got? Right? Because I've always felt like that. Because I don't have kids myself. Like asking someone like, hey, Melanie, like, how many kids have you got? Ooh, I always feel a little bit like a complete and utter freak. So I use Lord instead. So I'll be like, hey, Bob, where are you based? Oh, I'm in Sydney. Sydney, oh, amazing. I'm coming in March. I'm super excited and blah, 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 blah. Or if you don't like talking to someone about their dreams because, hey, what are your dreams? Then I use Frog. So it could be family, recreation, occupation, goals. They say like, hey, do you have any goals, like any long-term ambitions and stuff? Now, as kids, I don't know in Australia, school system might be different, but we're taught like a kind of a fairy tale when we're younger that you've got to kiss enough frogs to find your Prince Charming. So the same applies in social media. You've got to ask people a lot of questions to be able to find the ones who are going to respond quickly. A lot of people won't respond. You go on those first dates, right? Anyone been on one of those first dates before? And it's like, oh shit, quite nervous, but excited. And then you sometimes make the trip to the bathroom and you ring your friend like, I need to get out of this. And your friend just says, just go out the window now, just climb out. And you climb out the window and you never see that person ever again. Or you have those first dates where it's like, holy crap, this girl, this man, oh my God, like game changer. I can't believe I've ever come across, like, those are the people you're looking for on social media. So the rule is, the big don'ts is don't try and sell something to someone, whether it's products or opportunity, until you've got to know them, until you've got the blueprint. And you'll find pain. If you talk about someone's family, they'll say, oh yeah, I don't really spend much time with my kids, or I'd love to spend a bit more time with my kids. What about their occupation? I've been working on a construction site for 25 years. Wow, you must love it. I've been doing it 25 years. No, I hate it. I can't stand my boss. It's another pain point. Recreation, I love playing golf. When was the last time you played golf? 6 months ago. You love doing something, but you only did that 6 months ago. If I loved doing something with my girlfriend and I only did it 6 months ago, that's not very bloody good. She would not be happy with that, and I would not be happy with that, right? Or dreams, I'd love to be able to travel all over Australia, take 6 months out. You might need more than 6 months. Take 6 months out. When are you going to be doing that? Maybe in retirement. So you're probably never going to do it. So you're finding all these pain points, and then you can rob the bank. Sounds a bit weird, but then you can pitch them your opportunity, or say some certain questions, some curiosity questions to pique their interest. Because remember, it's all about creating curiosity instead of raising resistance. So again, apologies for the long answer, but definitely don't try and blow out someone else's flame. Focus on your own, and don't try and pitch or sell something until you actually get to know someone first. People don't buy from strangers. They just don't.
That's awesome. I know that this is definitely kind of like a game changer first date for so many that we have on our call. We have a whole bunch of new team on with us tonight. And listening to one of your videos, there was a story that you shared that I would love for you to share tonight. right? Which really stood out to me. And I feel like, you know, as you said, when you get to the first few months and, you know, you start in and you've got all this excitement and you've got all these goals, and then they're not hitting, you're not getting the team, you're not getting the orders coming through. And you get to that point where you do feel like, is this working? Maybe it is what everyone says it is, kind of thing. And it was the story that you shared of "you should be in jail" message.
Mm-hmm. You should be in jail message.
No, you don't remember that one? This is really awkward if you don't.
You know what, right? I literally say so many stories, so you should be in jail. Go on. Remind me.
Off the top of my head, obviously I'm not going to be able to remember it word for word, but off the top of my head, it was that someone had added you and then sent you a message saying that you should be in jail because of pyramid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You take over from there?
Yeah, no, so sorry. Yeah, you know what, right, guys? You're gonna get, I'm sorry, by the way, Taylor, I'm sorry about that. You're gonna get so much shit from people. Again, I'm sorry, but it's just the only way I can really explain it properly without any filter. You're just gonna, it's just the average, like 95% of people aren't entrepreneurial, 5% of people are. So if you talk about an entrepreneurial thing, then 95% of people are gonna go, up yours, mate, and 5% are gonna go, yeah, I'm actually really, really interested. So along the journey, because I do a lot online, get a lot of idiots, and someone just out of the blue, completely random, just messaged me and basically said, you should be in jail, mate, because what you're doing is an absolute scheme, pyramid. And I said, can I ask a question? He was like, yeah, but it's not going to change my mind. I went, I'm not going to change your mind. I'm going to educate you. Oh, smart ass. I was like, right, do you have an iPhone? He goes, yeah, I have an iPhone. I went, where did you buy your iPhone from? Where'd you think? I went, obviously Apple. I said, who sold you that phone? He went, someone at Apple, like just one of those genius people, you know, the people that work at Apple. I went, great. And what percentage of the sale do you think that person made? Well, nothing. So what percentage of the profit do you think the company made? Well, all of it. That's where I bought it from. Okay. So what percentage, who do you think made the most money there? The CEO, like Steve Jobs, although it's not Steve Jobs, like Steve Jobs. I went, okay, great. So do you not think that because Apple are recruiting people who are recruiting people who are recruiting people who are recruiting people, and you're buying the product from them, don't you think that's a pyramid scheme? And he was like, no, that's not a pyramid scheme because I'm buying a product. I went, are you freaking mad? Like, go and find any network marketing company that doesn't have a product and come to me, and I'll tell you that's a scam. You know, that's a pyramid scheme. So it just drives me crazy. But people will talk bad and they'll call it a pyramid scheme and all this and all that. And guys, you do two things. You either just basically just ignore it and just be like, hey, it's obviously not for you. Or you do go right down the route of, listen, everything in life's a pyramid. You probably own a product that's to do with a pyramid. Like, you know, get over it, educate yourself before you're going to make yourself look a bit silly. And it just drove me crazy. I've honestly had all sorts over the years, and I don't really care. I work very closely with a guy called Rob Molyneux in the UK. He runs Team Rhino. Like, that's what he does, Team Rhino. I'm not going to show my biceps because I basically don't have any. But it's all like thick skin, like don't let anything like get to you, like run through a brick wall. And I absolutely love that. Yeah, and he's a big juice. So I think it's John Holowatty's upline. So really good guy.
Yeah, the reason why I wanted to hear you share that for everyone was because we've all had it. We've all had the negative people come in trying to bring us down because they just don't see it. And I have been in that place myself, as I know, or probably almost every other person that has watched this, who's watching this call or will watch it, has or will be at some point in their business. And it's a good reminder for even people who've been in here for a long time that it's not that just because it's a different way doesn't mean that it's a worse way, because there are people who are working their traditional job who they are doing the hard work, the groundwork, and they are the ones who are not getting the rewards for it. It's everyone above them. Whereas in MLM, we all find we work so hard together to help bring each other up. And yes, we do get obviously a bigger paycheck from having a bigger team, but we can't do anything without that team because we have to help them and help them achieve their goals. So that's, one story that really stood out to me when I was looking back on your page. So, B, do you have any other questions that you would like to ask before we wrap up the call?
Yeah, absolutely. Fraser, thank you so much for jumping on tonight. I'm very excited to have you here, but even more excited that you're coming down under in March. Can you tell us a little bit about the tour and what the plan is?
Yeah, so I keep getting pestered. I'm not going to say pestered. My brother spent like 2 years in Australia, come back and he goes, oh my God, like, go to Australia, completely not a game changer. Like, UK sucks. You know, Australia's amazing. So I've always wanted to go, but when I travel, I have to have a reason. Like, I don't just go, oh, I'm just going to go on holiday to the Maldives. I've got to have a reason to go, whether it's team or whatever. And I kept getting pestered and like said like, hey, come, we'll have you in Australia. And I was like, you know what? Next year I'm going to go. But I said next year, like 3 years in a row. I was like, oh yeah, next year, definitely it's going to happen. Like, and then that year, oh no, definitely next year. So next year in March, 17th, 17th and 18th on the Gold Coast in a hotel called the Versace Palazzo. Ooh. Sounds really, really
cool. We know it well. Yeah. We actually had our Juice Plus, our NMDs. We were there for pre-conference. It was our leadership retreat this year.
Oh,
so it's great space.
Awesome.
We know it.
Awesome. All right. Okay. Is it good? I have no idea.
It's great. It's fantastic space. I don't know that the ballroom's going to be big enough though. I think we're going to be packing it out, and I think you might need a bigger space. I'm serious.
Yeah. No, it's funny because so doing this event, so it's going to be 2 days, most likely 11 a.m. I don't like the whole early start meetings because I'm like that. You know, especially in Australia, I want to go to the beach for like a couple of hours at least, you know. Although I've heard there's sharks over there, so I'm not too sure about that, right? Maybe just dip my toe in. 17th, 18th, the surfers out there like, nah, I've been bit 3 times, it's fine. 17th, 18th, most likely like 5-hour days, both days, but it's all going to be new school techniques. Facebook stuff, social media stuff. I'll probably even go into the whole ads game maybe towards the end on the Sunday. So it's, if people don't want to know that, they don't have to know that. But there's different people as well from different companies who've made other stuff work. And I'm going to be sharing that Facebook Lives, Facebook groups, Facebook Messenger, Facebook ads, little bit of Instagram, bit of YouTube, like literally everything, start to finish, network marketing. So that you could leave the weekend and kind of know, I know exactly what I've got to do on Facebook to succeed. Because a lot of the trainings that I do, obviously here in the UK, I appreciate that when I'm doing them, you guys are like 9 hours ahead. And it's not always easy. It's not fair. So I just thought, sod it, go to Australia, do this weekend event. Those guys can then share my stuff if they want, or they're going to have the basic to intermediate skills minimum to be able to share that with other people. I think it's $97 Aussie dollars, not US dollars. 97 Aussie dollars for both of the days. So I don't know about like Australia prices, but in the UK that's pretty good for a 2-day.
That's amazing. That's totally amazing. And are you only on the Gold Coast?
Yeah, it's only. I'll be going to Melbourne, Sydney, and all that, but I want to try and keep that more like, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, but I will be going to different places.
Fantastic. Okay, and we can find the link for that on your Facebook page.
Yeah, I'll just put it in the chat real quick so you've got it. theninjanetworker.com/Australia. To be honest with you, I did book the ballroom. That is the room we booked. But I said I only wanted 100 people there, right? Because I was just like, I just want 100 people there, so I can kind of like focus in. However, things have kind of changed since I had that plan. Because I mean, there's obviously you got to speak to a lot of different network marketing groups, all of which were like legit. There's none of these like scammy, ridiculous companies. They're not allowed in. You know, it's the legit ones that I know that are going to be here 20, 30 years plus. And obviously, your guys' company is. So there's a few different groups who are going to be there. And they're all packing into it. So looks like it won't be 100. What looks like it won't be 100 people intimate thing. It could be a little bit more than that. So
well, you've got 50 people on this call, and there's a lot of us based in southeast Queensland. So, there's a lot of team that are on this call tonight. We've got quite a large group in this area, so we're all very excited that you're coming out. So, guys, you need to jump on and get those tickets now before Isagenix gets them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not saying anything, but
I said it. There you go. Taylor, I'll hand it back to you, hon.
One thing I'd want to say real quick is, does anyone, I don't know in Australia, but does anyone ever played the game roulette? Right? Kind of give us one of them. Right, roulette's quite a big game, right? And in the UK, it's 36 numbers, and there's like the 0, so there's 37 numbers. And what I want you to understand is you can quite easily go there and you can have a big stack of the chips. I don't know what you call them in Australia, but we have the big stack of chips. And usually you just put one on every, like, different numbers, and you spin the wheel and it comes through and it's like, way, little win. Woo. Now, in network marketing, you've got to understand there's not 37 numbers. There's loads of different companies, right? But if your company pays you on time, which I know your guys' company does for a fact, right? They pay you on time. It's not 37 numbers. It's now you're playing roulette with 10 numbers. If the product delivers and keeps delivering month after month after month after month, and the results are nuts, it's now not 10 numbers, it's now 4 numbers, right? And if the people that you're working with are solid, legit, they've got your best interests at heart, it's now not 4 numbers, it's 1 number. Now, if you had that big stack and there was a roulette and the ball was to roll and there was only ever going to be 1 number it was going to land on, how much of your stack would you put on that number? And you would continually put on it. You would put all the money on it, every single penny. And that's what I want you to understand. If you believe in yourself, you believe in the product, you believe in the company, but you believe in the people that you work with, there's no reason why you shouldn't go, sod this, all in. I'm not telling you to quit your job, but all that spare time, instead of watching Game of Thrones on Netflix, hey, I've been there. You know, I've gone through the box set and all that. I've done that. I'm not going to teach people not to when I've done it, right? But when you're sitting there and you're having a beer and you're thinking like, oh, I'm just going to chill out tonight. Think of it. No, every day it's going past is every day I'm losing of hitting that same number on the roulette, right? It's a compound effect, guys, as well. Your stack just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So just wanted to mention that because I know that you guys and girls are in a company that will be here 20 years, 30 years from now. It's just the way it's built. There's too many incredible people involved. The product's too solid. The pay plan pays really well. And yeah, the people are just amazing. So just wanted to say that.
Totally agree. Taylor, I'll let you wrap up.
Thank you so much, Fraser. That was definitely the best way to end the call because, you know, being able to have that belief in every other part of the company and the people we surround ourselves with, most of the time we have the belief in them before we have the belief in ourselves. And I think, you know, that's probably the most important part because when we doubt ourselves, when that little voice of doubt creeps in, we're going to have those people to bring us back up and to keep us charging on. So thank you so much for this call. I know everyone is cheering. I've been watching all of the messages going off. Everyone has been loving it. And I know that there are a ton of people who couldn't make it on tonight that are super excited for the recording. So thank you so very much for your time. And we hope to see you again soon. If not in March, we will.
Yeah, we do. You do this, right? Or is that the Kiwis, or is that all of you? Everyone's doing it. That for me is a phone, but like, I don't know. I don't know if it's just this or like, I've seen it a few times. So anyway, yeah, that piece. Yeah.
I think it's more piece than that now.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, right. Yeah, cool. Well, great. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate you inviting me on, and say thanks to Melanie as well.